裁判員係嚟自伊朗嘅穆罕默哈山。
Umpire from Iran, H. Mohammed Hassan.
發球裁判係嚟自日本嘅麥卡卡古恩諾。
Service judge from Japan, Makota Ueno.
運動員係嚟自印尼嘅普拉塔瑪卡蘭達，同埋嚟自新加坡嘅克里斯南塔奇雅加特。
Players from Indonesia, Angga Pratama and Ricky Karanda Suwadi. Players from Singapore, Danny Baba Krisnata and Shaggy Chiacha.
Yes, and we are ready for this final match of the day, the men's doubles. And for the second time, we will see Danny Krisnanta from Singapore, featuring in the mixed doubles and today's men's doubles. And here we have the road to the final. And it has been a very, very impressive performance by the two Indonesians. I think they had a very hard fight yesterday in the semi-final against Chen Hongling and Wang Qilin of Chinese Taipei, losing the first game 21-19, then winning 21-16, 21-19. But apart from that, they won all their matches in 2 straight games. And for their opponent, Krisnanta and Triachat, yesterday we saw them beat another Indonesian pair, Wahyu Nayaka and Adi Youssef, winning 21-19 in the 3rd game. So that was a close match as well. These Singaporeans have had to work harder to get to the final in their previous matches, but I think we have a very nice final in front of us here. Looking forward to seeing it. And to carry on, I can tell you that the Indonesians in the picture has only played 1 previous tournament, and that was in Hong Kong last week, where they lost the first round, and that obviously is not very impressive. They have a seeding that's because of notional points, but they have no win-loss careers, anything. They only played last weekend, last week in Hong Kong, lost the first round, but they lost to Lee Yong-dae and Yu Yong-sung from Korea. But here, this is the score, 22-20, 25-23. I think that was an awesome performance. Here we have the umpire, Hassan, from Iran, and then his service judge, Makota Ueno of Japan. But we will get much more into that a little bit later. I've got lots of stats and info I can give you as we go along with these two pairs. And I can say that Krisnanta and Triachat is presently ranked at 27 in the world, and that's actually also their highest ever ranking in the world. They won the Commonwealth Games silver medal
on my right, Danny
Glasgow in August this year,
Singapore.
But we will come back to all that a little bit later.
Angga Pratama and Ricky Karanda Suwardi, Indonesia. Chayotri Achar to serve to Ricky Karanda Suwardi. Lowell, play. 1 love. Service over. 1 all.
Pratama serving here has obviously a long history in the men's doubles.
Service over.
Despite that he's just turning 23 next month. He has been as high as 7 on the world ranking, and that was with his former partner, Saputra, and that was in April this year, all the way up to number 7 in the world. They won the SEA Games in 2013, that's the Southeast Asian Games. And they won the Indonesian Grand Prix Gold, that was also in 13. They won the New Zealand Grand Prix Gold, they won the Australian Grand Prix Gold, and that was all tournaments in 2013. Him and his partner Saputra have had lots and lots of good wins and victories against the very best players in the world. So now there's a change of partnership. And what a start they had the other week in Hong Kong, losing so narrowly to the world number ones, Lee Yongdae and Yu Yong Cheong.
Service over. 3-5. Service over. 6-3.
And one of the interesting things, of course, will be whether Danny Krishnanta can put behind him the disappointment of not winning the mixed doubles in the first match today.
Service over. 4-6.
A match he lost so narrowly, winning the first game. Sorry, losing the first game 15-21, but then they lost. They won that very, very exciting second game where it went all the way to 29-all before they won the last point, the sudden death situation, and won 30-29 to take the match into the deciding game, but lost 22-20.
Service over. 7-5.
So Suwadi is 22 years of age, and with his previous partner, their best ranking was 20 in the world. So it's two players from two different partnerships that teamed up now, but one managed to get to 7 in the world and the other to 20. So it's a very, very good combination. Looking forward to seeing them much more on this international circuit. Yeah, the string is gone from Krishnanta, but he's carrying on now. He's changing now. Oh, look at that. That's going wide. What a decision by Triachat here to leave that one. But that was very well. That was a good chance to take. And it's called out. And it's 10-5 for the Singaporeans. And Krishnanta played virtually the whole rally with a broken string, but managed to stay in the rally. Really good fighting here by the Singaporeans. Good start, 10-5 up.
Okay. Play. Service over. 6-10.
So the partnership of Kris Nanta and Triya Chat has had a very good year this year. As I previously told, they won silver at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow.
11-6. Interval.
But then they have won the Sri Lankan Open Challenge and got to the semi-final of the China Masters Grand Prix Gold. And they won the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold earlier this year. So all results from 2014. They had a good year. But in all honesty, in all fairness, it must be added on to the fact that when they played Hong Kong last week, China the week before, Bitburger in Germany, and the World Championship, only one of these tournaments they managed to progress to the second round. Otherwise they lost the first round. So it's been a little bit up and down for the partnership in 2014.
11-6. Play.
And I'm wondering if we are going to see a more attacking Indonesian combination here, because I think they've been sitting back quite nicely, but it doesn't pay off. They're down in the mid-game interval, and it's time to add on the pressure, I think. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's more like it.
8-11.
But I must say that Pratama really kept the Indonesians in that rally. He saved one or two really very good shots from Triya Chat.
Service over. 12-8.
Well defended by the Indonesians, but honestly I don't think that's the way that's playing the Singaporean pair, where they're absolutely best. They love to attack, and especially having the formation of Kris Nanta at the back and Triya Chat at the front. Interesting enough, the two players from Singapore are not born in Singapore. Both of them come from other countries. Kris Nanta is actually born in Indonesia and became a citizen in Singapore in 2013, where Triya Chat is born in Thailand and became a citizen of Singapore in 2010. Oh, that's unlucky. What a shot that would have been. The way he was able, Triya Chat, to take off the pace of that shot. Try to have a look at it. Oh, that's unlucky. It shows his great skills. So the Indonesians are edging a little bit closer all the time, closing down the gap. Of 11-5 at the interval.
Well, 13.
Yeah, that's good play by Triachat. Wonderful interception, but not only that, the way he managed to drive that across the body all the way across there, that's good. And Pratama is really caught on the forehand side of his body. Well played by the Singaporean here, Triachat. And funnily enough, we haven't seen the same pressure on Krishnanta's serve as what we saw in the mixed doubles. Seems to be serving much better here in the men's doubles.
Service over. 13-14. All.
So after being trailing this whole game, it's suddenly 14-all. Yeah, that's good.
Service over?
Yes, the service over.
14.
Good call by the line judge, but also good call by the umpire not to overrule it. And it's 15-14 and Krishnanta to serve.
Play. Danny play. Danny.
So the umpire really wants to have continuous play. The players claiming that the surface is slippery. Oh,
Service over.
curse of the commentator.
15.
Just mentioned that Krishnanta is not having the same problems with his serve in the men's doubles as what he had in the mixed doubles, but look at that.
Service over. 16.
Well, I can only
15.
say that Suwadi is returning the favour. Good serve by Triachat. I think it's such a shame that there's no follow-up from so beautiful, well-played counter-attacking shots like that one there. If the Singaporeans are just looking up being a little bit careful, they can see that they don't have to lift these shots. Simply just block them back to the net, they will keep the initiative. The two Indonesians, they're simply not following up on their quite beautiful, perfect counter-attacking shots, simply just staying back. So why not just block it, get another lift and go from there. See if we get more examples of that. And I think the umpire is completely correct here. The players are taking too long time between rallies, and he's urging them to be quicker. That's a nice,
17, 16.
very nice flick serve. Not only that, he was completely caught, Drayachat, but he was also called for moving too fast. There was a fault receiver called by the umpire.
Service over. 17.
Perhaps not the time to do that. I think that was very ambitious by Suwadi. Look at that. They were 17-16 up. Now it's 17-all.
Hey! 18-17. Service over.
Yeah, it's the same pattern. The Singaporeans here attacking the whole time. And as you can see, the Indonesians defending, scrambling, getting it back. But mind you, as I've said earlier, I think there is a much, much better way for the Indonesian combination here than what they're doing at the moment. But as I say, that's their choice. It's the choice of the coach and how they want to play.
Service over. 20. Game point. 18.
So, 2 game points has arrived for Singapore. And Drayachat is going to serve, which is possibly a blessing in disguise for the Singaporean pair here. First one saved by Suwadi.
19-20.
So pressure on the server here. And that's in. That's in. That's in. So first game goes to Singapore.
Kris Nanta and Chayot 3 Yachar 21-19.
So while we're having this mid-game interval, I can tell you a little bit about the things I've been looking up on these two combinations, and one of it is head-to-head, and that's obviously going back to Pratama and Saputra when they played together, and got all the way to number 7 on the world ranking, winning lots of tournaments and beating good players around the world. But I can understand if they play this defensive, and that's the whole mind of the game. I can understand that they found it very, very difficult to beat. For instance, a pair like the Danish pair, Carsten Morgensen and Matthias Bo, because they love to be on the attack, they want to be on the control, and I could see from the stats that that Indonesian combination has never beaten the Danish.
Ricky. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Second game. Law ball. Play.
That's short.
Service over. 1. Low. Two. Low. Service call. Service over. 1, 2. Two all.
Good serving
3,
here by Krishnanta.
2.
Sure, he must be very pleased with that. But no, not only that, the third shot interception was very, very good, very sharp. Scored the point straight away. Second flick serve, well saved.
4, 2.
He's on a roll here. 3 points in a row.
5, 2.
Scored on his serve, 2 flick serves and a short serve here. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's actually 5 points in a row. And that was one of the first few times when we saw the Indonesians going on attack.
Seven, 2.
Can you believe it? 7 points in a row here. Same server. Danny Krishnanta. Good serve again. Good attack.
8, 2.
You can't blame him for not having the luck. If we get this in slow motion, you should have a look at that. So 8-2 up to Singapore.
Service over. 3, 8. 4, 8.
Well, that's two smashes now
8.
from Triachat. Just the top of the tape, but not coming over. And one smash from Chris Nanta, that's the last 3 points. So instead of 8-2, it's now 8-5.
Out. Service over. 6, 8.
And I must say that was not the best of places for Triachat to lie down on the court, because that's one of the places on the court that's been quite slippery all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still slippery. I can even see it from up here. Commentator box, if you can call it a box. And I think Triachat is absolutely right in what he's doing. Because the court is slippery and you can see it. You can see it from up here.
Play. Seven, 8.
So the last 5 points now gone the Indonesian way. This is much more like it. Good attack by the Indonesians, securing the point. And suddenly, from 8-2 down, it's now 8-all. And everything to play for again.
9, 8.
Yeah, that's good aggression, very good aggression by Triachat here. Look at the way he was storming towards the net. Here we see it, follow up, as what I've just mentioned earlier. I don't see the Indonesians are doing. That follow up was crucial, and it scored the point.
Service over. 10, 9. Service over. 10, all.
That's out.
11, 10, interval.
I must admit, you know, I'm watching a lot of badminton around the world, together with my colleague Julian Clark, and we are sitting here commentating on almost every single tournament, and I am slightly disappointed with the performance of the Indonesians here. I
20
think it was
seconds.
so much more promising
20
when I saw
seconds.
them play in Hong Kong just last week against the world #1 Lee Yong-dae and Yu Yong-sung, losing 22-20, 25-23. That showed so much promise. But this performance here is definitely not up to what I saw in Hong Kong.
Racket. 11, 10, play. Oh! 12, 10. Service over.
Yeah, tried the same thing here.
11.
But this time it did not
12.
work. Suwadi was really covering that one well.
Service over. 13, 11.
Very well defended by Krishnanta. Saved his partner. Oh, it's going wide. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Service over. 12, 13.
Wonderful saves by the man in the picture, Danny Krishnanta. We did not get to see that. That was early in the rally.
Service over.
It's one of his favourite returns from that
12.
service box. He loves to play it into that mid-court area, just like a mixed doubles shot. It's working wonders. Very good decision here. And 14-12 up as they are edging closer and closer to win this second game.
Service over. 13, 14. Ball. 14, all. Service over.
And once again, this beautiful follow-up by
15,
Triachat.
14.
The way he's really approaching that net so quickly. Closing it down, scoring the points. That's what he loves to do.
Service over. 15, all.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, it was so close of going over. Really had to make up his mind, but decided to stay on the Singaporean side.
Service over. 16-15. No. Play. No play. Play.
So Triachad was asking the umpire for an opportunity to towel down, but he was refused.
Play.
Continuous play. So it's 16-15 for Singapore.
Off. 17.
He's really played well
15.
so far in the match. Danny Krishnanta, this is good. Once again, very nice interception at the net here. And a 2-point lead.
Service over.
Short of the service line.
16-17. Service over. 18-16. Danny. Play.
Good serving. I must admit I was a little bit scared of Danny Krishnanta possibly slipping on the court, how he was moving. That one there, I was scared for that one. He was sort of jumping into that patch on the court. It's been quite slippery. And what he did was the fierce jump into that flat lift, but it paid off, and it's 19-16 for Krishnanta and Triachad. Good serve again.
Service over. 17-19. Try it. $18-19.
So it's nice to see some urgency in the Indonesian pair. Suwadi really taking initiative here and won the rally in this flat exchange and really moved quickly. Good serve wide. That's a very clever decision.
19.
Very, very clever decision by Suwadi here, serving wide. Such a crucial stage in the match for the Indonesians. That takes guts to do that. Well done. And match point has arrived for Singapore.
20, match point
20,
19.
match point 19. Oh, that is going wide of that sideline.
Service over. 20 all.
And I even think that Pratama has a broken string. So it's 20 all, and extra points is required.
Play.
So yet another long break allowed by the umpire here. 20 all, it's crucial.
Play.
Will Singapore be able to close it down, finish the match in 2, or do we have to go into a third and decisive game in this thrilling match? That's well saved, really well saved by Suwari. Oh, he couldn't get that one back.
Service over.
He saved it so well on 2 or 3 occasions. So, second match point. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a victory for Singapore. 21-19, 22-20 in 43 minutes.
Won by Danny Bawa, Kristen Nanta and Chaya Triachar. 21-19, 22-20.
So Chris Nanta got his victory today. Did not happen in the mixed doubles in the first match of this afternoon, but it happened in the last one here in the men's doubles. And here we have the confirmation. Straight games, 21-19, 22-20. And I think that was the upset of the day, I must admit. I had expected the Indonesians to win. I thought they had the edge. But no, they did not. They did not play to my expectations anyway. And it just proves my point, as I usually say, if you do not play proactive badminton but just sit back, try to just defend it, then chances are that you will lose. And here we have the results of the afternoon. Started off with a mixed doubles, where the winners Eddie Subacha and Gloria Vijaya of Indonesia won 21-15, 29-30, 22-20. It took them 11 match points and 76 minutes to win. The second match was women's doubles.